Happy Friday and welcome back to even more Minecraft PlayStation 3 edition. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft these past few days, including doing some silent gameplay on a different account. So it's been pretty fun, but I want to go back to the greatest world ever just to continue to mine down that village and hopefully get into the planning phase of what we're gonna do next. Which is very exciting, and I can't wait to really try and reshape that village. But the first thing that we're gonna have to do is probably, I think we have to number one, ignore the music because it's going to get very loud very quickly. So if I can beat the music, I'll just explain that we are going to be continuing to break down the village. And, you know, I'm just going to wait for this music to subside, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty loud. It's about to get louder again. Okay, I think we're good now. So, last time I chopped down all these trees that you can see, and there are some very strange things where certain pieces of wood seem to just be sticking around, which is very strange, and not at all what I thought. You know, I don't mine trees like that. I don't just mine the stumps, you know, I mine every part of the tree. So it confuses me, but whatever. And we have a ton of saplings, which I guess I, you know, could have expected. So we're definitely going to plant some more saplings over in that area over there, just to kind of make it more green, to complement the white. And yeah, so this village seems to be mostly made of very small houses. So what we are going to do is we are going to completely destroy every part of this village, which sounds really rude, but I think if we're going to give them a better home, that the villagers will probably be really, really happy with what we're doing. So I think they're going to forgive us if we destroy their village and build it back better. I don't know if I have a whole lot of stone. Actually, I know for a fact that I have a lot of stone, but I don't know if I have enough stone for the village building project. I've also thought of a centerpiece. A centerpiece for the village. So since nobody seems to watch my videos yet, nobody's gonna know about this, but if on this video somebody subscribes and happens to subscribe, and I see that there are 3 subscribers on my channel, the centerpiece will end up being a monument to that first subscriber. And yeah, that was my decision. Again, I don't like to, like, you know, it feels weird to incentivize subscribing, but I feel like it would be a really nice thing to do. So yeah, if you happen to be the first subscriber, first comment on this video about being the first subscriber, I will make a monument. Probably with a lot of gold and some signs and things like that. And I'll try and make it look really nice, though I'm not a master builder, so don't expect too much. But yeah, that was my decision. I want to make a monument to the first subscriber in this village, because I think that'd be a pretty nice thing to do. But before we do that, we have to actually make a village, and we have to plan it out, and we have to do all of those things. And yeah, so village building is one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. You know, if you're just tuning in now, I've said this repeatedly for like the past 5 videos, whatever you might call them. But yeah, I absolutely 100% love building villages up, because I think older villages kind of seem a lot, it's hard to describe. They don't seem less populated, but they seem less lively than newer villages. But I also don't really like the newer villages because they feel so clean. These older villages kind of feel like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, like I said. Really an abstract feeling. But yeah, why don't I shut my trap about something like that and kind of just get on with destroying all these things. I have to try to be entertaining because all I'm really doing in today's video is destroying these small buildings and maybe some larger buildings, and then possibly planning out what happens with the rest of the village. I don't have any blocks that are useful for like planning out floor designs, but I don't think I'm gonna need anything like that. At least not yet. Again, I'm not some sort of like master builder, you know. I'm not super crazy at these builds. I just know what makes me happy. and hopefully it'll make you happy too. So yeah, the plan is to kind of make a nice, like, a kingdom type village that you might expect to see in a setting like this. Possibly with a wall. Still have to figure out some of the details. But it's kind of like a village you might expect to see inside of a wall. I like to reference, like, Attack on Titan as a good reference point for that. Just because I think, like, the concept of it is very similar to that idea. I think that was the only anime I've ever watched, and I've only watched the first season. At least I think it was only the first season. Vet Villager is trying to go in, so we are gonna sleep. I would like to sleep. Guess we can't sleep. That villager is just sitting around. Oh, he's a fisherman. Should we give him some of our coal? Nah, we shouldn't give him any of our coal. I'm sure he doesn't want to do business, it's nighttime. I also really don't like the industrialization of villages in all versions of Minecraft. People pretty much cracked the code when it came to villagers and made it so there was, like, a meta. And I didn't like that. Like, I don't like that. It makes it feel like you are, like, I don't know, it's so inhumane to these villagers. To just kind of make, like people call them, like, what, trading posts? But they are not trading posts. They're like slave camps, where they just keep the villagers in there and force them to have the best trades. And oftentimes, they turn them into zombies and then they convert them back to villagers constantly to get good prices. So that is absolutely evil, and we are going to protect our villagers from anything that could ever be like that. Because I think that's disgusting, honestly, and shameful. All of you should be ashamed of yourselves if you do that. I've never actually had, like, a villager trading post. I've made, like, villager market squares, which are definitely not the same concept. You know, my goal is to always make villages seem more hospitable, because, I mean, they're villages, you know. I think that's something really important about them, you know, is to be functional and hospitable. But yeah, so that's why we are taking a break from mainline progression of Minecraft to stop and build up a village, which might take, if I had to guess, possibly 5 videos, depending on how fast I go. I think it's going to take 2 videos just to take everything down, and building things up after planning is probably going to take a long time too. So I'm not really sure exactly how long it's going to take, but I do know it's going to take a few chunks out of how fast we go through Minecraft, which is fine, because Minecraft really isn't about beating the game. Minecraft is about finding a way to enjoy things. And I think, you know, people have seen, you know, somebody defeat the Ender Dragon countless times, and, you know, fun fact, I have never, ever defeated the Ender Dragon, ever, in a single-player world, possibly ever in a multiplayer world. Even on servers, I've usually joined servers only after they've defeated the Ender Dragon. So I have never defeated the Ender Dragon. I don't know if I've even made it to the end. I think I've always made it to, like, I've always made it to the end portal. I've never really gone to the end. So that is a goal that I have, because it's something you can do in Minecraft, and I think it's a pretty fun side adventure, but not really meant to be taken as, like, the point of Minecraft. Or at least not the point of Minecraft by everybody. You know, some people are more interested in the combat system, but I think Minecraft has such a simple combat system and, like, potion system, because, you know, combat wasn't really supposed to be a big part of it. The whole appeal is that it's a sandbox game. Which, you know, it makes sense. So people who are, like, more combat-oriented aren't really going to have a whole lot of variation. You know, and that's probably why they've added things like the mace and things like that. You know, probably just to give a bit more variety. And enchantments were probably also a reason they did that. It makes sense. But I don't see myself as, like, a combat-oriented Minecraft player. You know, people play PvP. I actually have a friend that is really into Minecraft PvP. And I think that's pretty cool, because there's a lot of things that you can do with PvP that aren't just like, oh, get the best armor, get the best weapon, because a lot of it's situation-based. But then again, you know, like, a lot of it really is just about, like, the meta. You can't go into a battle without having, like, one sword with these particular enchantments if you're allowed to have everything at your disposal. So one time I was playing Minecraft at his house, and I think that was the first time in a very long time that a friend ever invited me to their house. So awesome that happened. And oh, this nitwit is living up to his name. But when I was at his house, I played... I didn't even need to get into the chest. I played Minecraft, and since he was into PvP, he asked me if I wanted to go into creative, no restrictions, whatever you wanted to get, for like 15 minutes, and then when we were both done, we would just go head to head, and whoever won the battle won. So what I did was, I didn't actually get like any weapons. I got some armor. I didn't focus on enchantments or anything. And what I did was I instantly made a wither, like a shell of a wither, so that when the timer started and he climbed up onto my mountain, I would spawn the wither. And then I made a nether portal that I would go through. Then when he left and to get up, because his mom had called him, I made another nether portal inside of the nether that led to a completely remote area. Then I rigged up a bunch of TNT around my portal, the original portal, and then when I went through the secondary portal, I built an end portal in the distance, and I had just loaded myself up with TNT and things like that, and some potions, I think. And yeah, so even though I wasn't super kitted up, when the time actually was, you know, was up for us to actually go head to head, I just waited for him to show up, and I ran. And, you know, I was on a mountain, so it would be hard for him to actually get to me first. So I waited for him on my mountain until he started climbing up. And when he got up on top of the mountain, I went into my little hole after spawning the wither. And he got distracted with the wither, so he started killing the wither. Because wither is not a good effect to have, even if you have a bunch of armor and things. It pierces armor, just like poison, but it's like worse than poison because it can actually kill you. Which is why potions are OP, by the way. But, you know, he was dealing with the wither, and while he was dealing with the wither, I put up a bunch of TNT by my nether portal, lit the nether portal, and then went through the nether portal, and he was hot on my tail at this point. He was about to get through the portal, and, you know, since it was like, what's it called? He was on a Wii U. So it was really laggy, like, not like super laggy, but to the point where you would have to worry about latency to actually, like, figure out if TNT would explode in time, basically. So I lit the TNT, and he was really close to me, and I was trying to, you know, actually go through the nether portal. I was hoping that I wouldn't die there, because it would be really embarrassing to take 15 minutes of preparation just to do that and die. But, you know, I actually ended up going through the portal, and the TNT knocked out the portal. He didn't get flint and steel. And the TNT never, like, it didn't kill him or anything. I didn't really expect it to kill him, but I did expect it to damage him quite a bit, but no. He didn't have flint and steel, because why would he? It doesn't make sense. Why would you bring that to PvP? So he spent, like, 5 minutes getting flint and steel. And that was a very proud moment of my life, but it, you know, it just kept getting better from there. I mean, I guess that was a really shining moment of the PvP, but by then, I didn't waste any time. I just went through my portal, and I kept on going. I went to my secondary portal and boxed myself in and crouched so that he wouldn't find me. So it took maybe 5 minutes for him to get into the nether, and it took another 5 minutes in the nether to go find me. And when he found me, it was already too late because I went through the portal. And actually, I think I remember that wrong. I think I went through the portal, and since it was boxed up, he wouldn't be able to find it. But then I, like, I think I destroyed the portal, so he had to find me in the overworld. But since he was screen peeking, he knew I was in the overworld, obviously, because it's not the nether. So since he knew I was in the overworld, he kept searching for me. It took him maybe another 5 minutes to find me. And by the time he found me, I jumped into the end. And at that point, I had no actual plan. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I kind of just ran around in the end, hoping that something would manage to kill him. I kind of barricaded myself, ran around, but eventually he killed me. He did end up killing me, but it took him 15 minutes, about that long, to kill me. And that was a proud moment of my life. I was using guerrilla tactics. It was really fun. It was a very good time. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it than that. It was really fun to do such a weird form of combat, and I can't even remember what made me remember that. But that was a really long story. I probably could have made it really short. So probably, if there was one viewer, he's definitely gone now. Must sound like a grandfather or something, talking about, you know, his lore. Oh well. Yeah, it was really fun. But, you know, like I said, nobody's, like, ever since maybe first grade in elementary school, I don't think anybody before that, before my friend invited me over to his house, I don't think anybody except for in first grade had ever invited me to their house. So, you know, it was pretty nice. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people always go to their friend's house, you know, and have a good time, but I never really did that ever. So it was pretty cool. I don't know why I keep saying that. It makes me sound really lonely. I'm not lonely. I have, you know, I have friends. Okay, I have plenty of friends, who are all now going to college, and I'm gonna still be sitting here in my small town, which I don't have an issue with. I'm just, you know, going to college here, which is, it's gonna be really cheap, and it's gonna be great because I'm gonna get the college experience, at least for the first few years, for $0 entirely. Well, maybe some money, because, you know, still living at home, so I might end up paying rent. That might happen, but, you know, no worries, because it's still going to be cheaper than whatever people are charging for rent now, and like apartments and things like that. It'd be insane. You know, I'm for actually one of my old art teachers, who never really worked. She stopped working at my school in 5th grade, and, you know, it's not really important that she's an art teacher. I just think it's kind of interesting that she was, you know, my art teacher and technically my first employer. But I mow lawns for her. I mow a lawn in her second house. She has a second house in my town because she teaches in 2 different towns. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like her second house should be sold by now. Like, should have sold it by now. But, you know, I guess she's just paying for all the stuff inside of it. If I got to buy that house, I could rent it out to so many people. It'd be insane. You would get a lot of money renting out even it's a small house. It's a really small house. I think it's like 1 room, possibly 2, depending on what you define a room as. It's a really small house. Which, you know, it's like, you know, it's not casting shade. I don't think anybody really has 2 houses. So she's definitely doing fine, especially for, you know, an art teacher, which I guess that is kind of more casting shade at somebody, but, you know, not sorry. You know, somebody who teaches just, I guess they just don't earn, you know, as much money. Which, I mean, it's probably because they're employed by the government or something. You know, I've noticed, you know, a lot of government jobs compared to, like, what they could get paid for if they were in, like, a private field. they earn much less. Like, lawyers are a good example. A defense attorney can earn upwards of like $200,000 a year, whereas the district attorneys, and it depends on you know where you actually are, you know, a DA, but they would earn something around like $60,000 in my state. Compare that to the $200,000 and to all the student loans. I don't even know why I'm laughing. It's kind of just sad. You know, and to think, you know, we really do need some better prosecutors. It's a really important job that I don't think really many people think of. You know, I don't even know why I'm rambling about this. I'm playing Minecraft, and you know, like, I probably shouldn't be talking about stuff like this in a Minecraft video. So if you're tuning me out, probably that's for the best. But for those of you who are still listening, actually, hang on. Sorry about that. I try not to make any unnecessary cuts, but those cuts were necessary. I kept getting interrupted, and I felt like it would just be very weird and strange to just keep that in the video, so decided not to. Yeah. But I can't really remember what I was talking about. But in the time that I did not show, I had mined just a bunch of houses, and that's all I really did. Yeah, not much else to report. I mean, that was kind of the idea of the video that we're doing today. It's just mining a bunch of houses. We are making these villagers homeless. So, I mean, I'm doing them a service, okay, but it's gonna take, you know, there's some sacrifice in that service. So I think this is gonna be like the main area. I don't really think there's like a better place for a main area, because I'm not going to do that like over here where there's a bunch of hills and things like that. It's just going to be really annoying to have to work around that. So I'm going to make like the centerpiece up here. I think it looks nicer. It's more scenic too, if you see that. I think it looks nicer. So we're going to do that here. And we're going to mine this house down. I don't know if there are a whole lot more houses. I think that might actually be the last house. And of course we chose like the wrong house to put our stuff in. I should have seen that coming. This well, I kind of don't want to keep it here. But it is also a hole. Just a very large hole. And that means we're gonna have to fill it. I mean, honestly, I don't even have to be doing what I'm doing right now, because I could just, like, put some dirt on the top layer. Oh, that reminds me, I actually I have to do something different and kind of weird. I'm just very interested, okay? So bear with me real quick. User interface. No. Graphics? No. Game options. It's in none of these. Weird. I thought I'd be able to change the language somewhere. I was curious to see if I could. But it looks like I can't. So, oh well. Settings. No. Controls, probably not. How to play. It's not going to be in here. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, anyway. Wait, actually, maybe it's in, post options. No. User, no. Oh well. I guess we can't change our game language to German. For, some reason. I'm sure there's a way to change the language, I just don't know what it is. But we're going to remove this well. We might keep that house there to just stay as a base of operations. Then we're going to start planning out all of our stuff. Including possibly... Actually, you know what? I'm going to worry about putting a bunch of stone in the furnace and turning it into stone bricks, because that was the plan. And then I'm going to maybe use dirt to plan it out. And we're going to have to get rid of these. And like I keep saying, I am not really that great at building villages, but it is really fun to do. And I think people might find it very interesting. But as of right now, I'm a very, 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 very small channel. So hello, one viewer. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. This is what we're going to be doing the entire time, as I've said before. So, oh well. So, I do want to just quickly mark where our center of the village would be. I feel like, probably like right here, right? There's not enough dirt. I was going to say, I felt like I had a lot more dirt, and I think I have some dirt in the chest. And this is not an odd amount. We need to change that, but don't have it quite enough. So we go into here, grab some dirt from the chests. 4 is going to be 1 too little. Boom. So this is going to be where the center of the village is. Just pretend that this is a monument, and there's like a statue and a sign down here that says things for like milestones and stuff. Yeah, it looks perfect. So that is our center. And now our goal is to become industrial. And we might want to keep one of these stacks of wood to do something that I don't know if many Minecraft players do, or if it's just something that I've very recently caught on to doing. But it's a super, super secret concept that I'm not even going to explain. I'm just going to do it as we talk about building the village. I have no idea how long I've been playing. So it might already be like 40 minutes. That'd be insane, but it might already be like 40 minutes. So, oh, look at that. So much gold. That is actually a lot of gold. I'm wondering if the gold spawn rates are higher. Because it almost seems like they are. But what we want to do right now is build a lot of furnaces. Maybe not like, okay, not an insane amount, but maybe like 3. I wonder, do we have more coal? We do. We have quite a bit of coal. And we have a way to get to a lava pit. And as you might figure, lava could be really important for smelting things, but I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go underground to get lava, which isn't too annoying, but right now it's kind of just not something I want to do. Oh, how is this something I not addressed? Yeah, I did some silent gameplay videos on a different account, and I know I said a little bit of something about that before, but I didn't really explain anything. Yeah, so those are just some different idea that I had, where I just play the game silently. It's a different world entirely. You're not missing anything by not seeing anything, even though I don't know if anybody's really, like, missing anything. Yeah, you're not really missing anything by not seeing it. And yeah, so this is what we're doing. We're just putting wood and making more coal. But yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say. Felt like I was going to say something. Okay, and we have chests. Perfect. So, we are smelting all of that, and with our dirt, we should be able to kind of plan out what we're doing. And we have a shovel, so we can shovel all of this. So, I think we are going to make a very wide, like, center area. Kind of maybe about this big. And I don't know. When you mine path without silk touch, I'm pretty sure it's just dirt. Yeah, so we can just turn all of this into path to signify. I think I made a mistake. I think I have made a mistake. That's fine. We can just make it one larger. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me or something. Shovels break really, really fast. Something I don't like about them, but, I mean, they go really fast. Why are shovels the most efficient tool? Actually, you know, I know why, because realistically, they probably would be the most efficient tool. Shovels really should do... They should have some sort of combat advantage. I feel like if a combat update comes again, that everything should get some extra use. Which, I mean, I wouldn't even get any benefit from this because I wouldn't be playing that version. But I feel like something that's overdue in Minecraft for the combat system is to give every tool some use. We did it with axes. Why not things like shovels? Like, combat shovels... Oh, I made another mistake. Like, combat can be done with shovels. Shovels are actually really terrifying when it comes to combat. So I don't know why people... Oh wait, it needs to be grass to do it, doesn't it? No, that's not good. But yeah, I feel like everything that Minecraft has can be used for combat. It's just weird that it isn't. Probably keep putting stone. And take this stone. And for those of you who don't know what I'm doing, pretty simple. I'm just getting a large stockpile of stone and probably stone bricks to use in our build project of building the village. The amount that we have is not going to be anywhere near enough. This avenue, I feel like, should be 3 wide. I feel like there should be main avenues and, like, small branch avenues. Or, like, streets. Because avenues, apparently, by definition, are large streets. I think that's how avenues are classified. So, a little bit of possible trivia for you. And obviously, this house is giving us even more issues. It is in the way, but we can put another path out this way. To the area that goes out that way. And then it's going to take... I feel like maybe I can turn it into path. So we'll turn this path into path. We'll turn this path into path. I feel like grass path was a really cool addition to Minecraft. But also, I feel like there is some charm in having villages with gravel. Like, I remember being really confused why there wasn't gravel. When... I can't even remember what update the grass path came out in. Was it the aquatic update? Can't remember. I think it might have been. So if it was the aquatic update, I feel like during the aquatic update, probably the most shocking thing that happened during it was lack of gravel in villages. It blindsided me. I was not expecting that. But maybe it didn't happen during the aquatic update. Maybe I'm just wrong about that. Okay, so far, so good. This looks incredible. Snow is so annoying. I don't know why you can't carry more. I don't know, it just really annoys me. I think I have to go this... Can't remember where snow is. Is it decorations? It might be decorations. Not this. It might be these. Compact blocks. Sandstone. Yeah, it's in here. Make a bunch of snow. That took a very unnecessarily long amount of time. So I feel like all these builds that are so close to the monument should be, like, really important buildings. What buildings would be most important to a town that would be near the center? Well, we don't have to figure out that, but I will put down some squares that resemble the floors of buildings. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I just know that I'm enjoying it. I don't want this just to be like a square. Would it be weird to put the entrance of the house that close? Probably not. I feel like that would actually be kind of cool. Should its entrance be closer to the monument? We'll come back to this one. This corner is not very well populated, which is strange. We are going to have to fix that. I don't know how to fix it with that building, though. Maybe by making, like, a really long hallway. That might work. It's really weird, but it might work. Okay, so there's that kind of idea. We go in... Yeah, it might work. That might work. Have to make even more. I really don't know how long I've been recording. It's possible that it has been quite some time. Let me check. Yeah, 15 minutes. We are going to have to go to our house and end off the video. And I will come back with a bit more of a detailed plan of what to put in my village, so that we don't make any weird, irrational mistakes. And then I'll have to end up editing this video down because of the amount of breaks that we had to take. But yeah, so I had a lot of fun breaking a bunch of villager houses. And yeah, so next time we are going to possibly continue deconstructing the village, and we are going to start possibly reconstructing the village. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.